Am I live? I'm live. Hey, hey. Hey, everybody. Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos. Welcome to the show. Um, Again, not going to be a real long video. I'm going to try to keep these videos around, 20 minutes or so. Litecoin Perosi, LTC Perosi. Man, you're always the first one on here. Love it, man. I'm doing good. You doing all right? I had 2 days off in a row. Actually, I worked yesterday. What am I talking about? 2 days off in a row. Um, you're doing good. All right. Glad to hear it. Doing great. Yeah. I'd like to say I'm doing great, and I'm actually doing a lot better than yesterday. I'm sure we all are. But man, like I was said at the start of my video the other day, I'm spinning my wheels here, man. So 2 days ago, my air conditioner went on the fritz. Today, my wife wakes me up 7 in the morning on my day off to tell me that the refrigerator isn't working. So today we had to go and get a new refrigerator, going to be delivered on Friday. Thank goodness we have a backup one in the garage that we could throw our stuff in there so we didn't have to waste all our food. But man, it's never ending. But I've got a good feeling that good things are going to start happening here, everybody. So, just a little worried for my ETH bag now with Bcash. I still think ETH's going to be fine. At least I think ETH's going to be fine. I wouldn't worry about Ethereum too much. I'm still holding on to my Ethereum. But hey, Marcus, what's up? All right, let me start getting into things here real quick here. So the title of my video today is that Bitcoin is the garbage dump for fiat. And this also stands true for Litecoin as well. And what I mean by this is money, we all know it's garbage, right? We all know it loses value every year. We know people spend it frivolously. I hope I said that right. Frivolously. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. We spend it, we get it, we spend it, we get it, we spend it. Some people save it, and when you save it, it's not worth the same that it was 10 years ago, 15 years, 20 years ago. You put it in the bank, you leave it to your kids. They're no better off, for all that money that you saved. It doesn't hold its value. It's garbage, right? I mean, yeah, it can get you things. And what are things? Things are just things that we use up and end up thrown in the garbage anyway when they get old and broken down. So what Bitcoin does is the more of this garbage that is thrown out into our system, some of it gets thrown into Bitcoin's trash bin, right? So I want you to picture a big trash bin. Those big dumpsters that you see outside of the business park sometime where they're, restoring a building or something. They throw all that trash in there. And right now, they've just moved it into the business park, and they've got, one building that they're starting to refurbish. And it's a huge business park. And what the business parks are representing are people around the whole entire world with money. And right now, they're just refurbishing one building. It's just a small percentage of the population. And they're taking the lights out and the carpets up, and they're throwing some of it into that Bitcoin dumpster, right? And it's getting, every year since Bitcoin has started, it gets a little more full, right? And then eventually, some guy comes in and who works for the trash company, and he empties out some of that garbage into one of the smaller bins, and they take it off to the dump. But there's still some garbage in there. But every day, consistently, a little more gets thrown into that dumpster. Little more, little more, little more. So what happens when they start working on 2 or 3 or 4 buildings at the same time? Now all this garbage is starting to get thrown into this dumpster. You know what the price just does? No, eventually, some profit taking takes place. They try to shake loose hands out of the market, and somebody comes in and dumps some of that out into a smaller dumpster, and they take it off to the dump. But they have to leave that dumpster there, that main big dumpster. And now, what's going to happen in about 6 months is more people are going to start throwing their garbage into that dumpster, which represents money, which makes the price of Bitcoin get fuller and higher. But now they're going to say, oh, that dumpster, we're going to shrink it to half the size that it is right now. Oh, and by the way, 3 more buildings are going to start refurbishing theirs as well. And these are big buildings. These are 20-story buildings. Now we've got 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings throwing their money, their garbage into this Bitcoin dumpster. And you still have this guy who comes by every now and again and empties some of the garbage out, takes it off to the dump, you know. But what happens when we have 20, 30 buildings dumping their money into it? What happens when they have another happening? Guys, if you can't see where Bitcoin is going, I think this might be a good analogy maybe for you to share with friends and people who are not sure about Bitcoin and about why it has value, about scarcity, supply and demand. It's hard to equate Bitcoin with garbage because I know it's not garbage, but I'm more equating money, fiat currency, as garbage. And that's the analogy I want to give today. So we know, every day the dollar is devaluating. They just announced that the United States is going to run out of money in, I think they said, about 2 or 3 months, unless we have another spending bill passed. Meaning they're just going to they're just going to print more money for that. They're just going to pass a higher budget. We're already, 21 trillion in debt. So, you can see that number jumping up, which means what? It's more garbage. It's more garbage to get thrown into that dumpster. It's more money that's going to be thrown into that Bitcoin dumpster. And it's just going to gobble it right up. All right, so let me just check here. Yeah, we got Deutsche Bank is on the ropes, about to, it's really struggling right now. Deutsche Bank, if you're not sure, it's a German bank, and it's one of the largest banks and most important banks in the world because they, the derivatives, I'd say about 70% of derivatives worldwide run through Deutsche Bank. And if Deutsche Bank goes down, and this will affect pretty much 80%, 70 to 80% of all banks, because without Deutsche Bank giving them the money for the derivatives that they're supposed to have, when you buy a derivative of an ounce of gold, and that's supposed to be equal to 1 ounce of gold, saying, hey, here's my money, I want my gold coin, and they can't produce, it's going to be mass panic. It's going to be chaos. I shouldn't be laughing because it's not going to be good for anybody for a short-term time. You see silver prices today up over, about $15. Silver's been on a tear here the last week or so. Gold up about $15 today. Not 2.15, but $15 separately by itself. It's just, you can see the writing on the wall here of just money being produced, money being thrown out from every direction, trying to keep things afloat. Your bank's going to go under, take a bunch of money. America's running out of money. Here, print out a bunch more money. People can't afford to buy things, lower the interest rates even more. There's going to come a time when they can't lower the interest rates any further. And when they print out money, but inflation takes over where it just loses its value. So they're just going to have to be printing out money, to pay for, this cup, which you can buy in the store for today, say for 50 cents, you're going to have to pay $5, $10, $15 for it if they keep printing out money, because it loses its value, because it's just everywhere, and it loses its value when it's everywhere. People don't want the money. They don't want the money. They want the thing, but they don't want the money. So here, take the money, give me the food, give me the crypto, because crypto is going to keep its value. Everything might get a little turbulent for a bit, but overall, We all know where this is headed. And I think it's sooner rather than later. People have been talking about this collapse coming for years now, for good 3 years. And Peter Schiff, if you're watching, Peter Schiff, let me talk about Peter Schiff for a minute. Peter Schiff is very well spoken. He dresses very nicely. He speaks with knowledge, and he speaks with reverence, and he gives you the feeling that he really knows what he's talking about. So his claim to fame is that he did call the market collapse back in 2008, but he called a market collapse 3 years ago. He called a market collapse 2 years ago. He called a market collapse a year ago. He called a market collapse 6 months ago. So, I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? I don't give Peter Schiff much credit, because if you had what he recommended 3 years ago was selling all your stocks, selling your house, and renting, okay? If you had taken his advice, I know where I live, house prices have gone up at least 50%. So you'd be stuck in a rental, not owning a house, and now not able to even buy back your old house, more than likely, that you moved out of on his advice. The stock market has about doubled in price, if not more. And you'd be pretty pissed at Peter Schiff. So when he comes out and he's all dressed fine and talks, like with a commanding voice, like he has the facts and he knows what's going to happen, because he guessed before the 2008 bubble burst, which, trust me, he wasn't the only one who predicted that. Trust me, guys, don't put too much weight on what Peter Schiff has to say, because, like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. All right. And if you know Peter Schiff, go ahead and forward this to him. I'd be glad to hear his rebuttal on it, because he knows as well as anybody that's been following him. And I don't even follow him. I followed him for a while, years ago. And it's laughable. It's laughable. All he does is push gold because he has Schiff Gold, and he has a major interest in gold. And it's his, it benefits him if gold does well. I got this damn bee flying around me. Get out of here. All right. So let me get off the Peter Schiff rant here. Let's get back into some other news here. All right, we've had Bitcoin interest at all-time highs, right? In countries, it's being held more than ever in 4 or 5 different countries now. There's more adoption every day. There's more. Monaco, actually, it's now called crypto.com. Used to be called Monaco. Just released their credit card, I think, a day or two ago. And with it, now you can buy and sell. It has a Visa logo on it with cryptocurrencies. Very cool. I actually owned some of that, years ago, because I thought it was a great idea. I just wasn't sure if they were going to be the first ones to come up with it or not. So I kind of dropped off of that thing. But hey, that's great. It's all adoption. It's adoption. Miami Dolphins making Litecoin. The cryptocurrency for the team. Everywhere you look, you've got people adopting cryptocurrency. So who are the main people in cryptocurrency? It's not the uninformed, uber wealthy who are happy getting their. Oh, I just smacked that bee. Did you see it? It's coming right at me. So the uber wealthy, they're happy with getting their 5% a year, keeping their money safe. They don't want to risk it, especially if they're getting older. They're fine living out their lives, happy with plenty of money. Then you've got the poor people. They just don't have money to buy cryptocurrencies. You have your lower middle, and upper middle class that I believe are starting to hodl. And you know what hodl is? They buy and don't sell, right? They're just holding on, and they're going to hold on for a long time. They're going to hold on for as long as it takes. That's people like you and me. And then you've got your people in the know, your people that have inside information, that know the same things we know about supply and demand and about the direction the cryptocurrency goes. And it's a worldwide currency, that it's going to be hodled by everyone in the world, right? So that's very important to understand. We've got on July 25th, we have the Justin Sun, Charlie Lee, Warren Buffett lunch coming up, right? So that's going to be in the news. All this does is, you ever hear that any news is good news slogan? Well, Bitcoin has been in the news a lot lately, between Trump, between Congress, between all the adoption, the Miami Dolphins. Now you're going to hear about it with Warren Buffett and Justin Sun and Charlie Lee. It's just everywhere. You can't go. There was a time when you had to search for articles and news on Bitcoin. Now you go on the finance channel and it's there. I'm not saying it's always good news, because, like I said, I think they're still the big boys are still trying to get as much as they can, but their time is running short. They know it. And when they know that moment snaps, you're going to watch them grab a whole bunch at one time, that last grab, before the public comes in and starts buying it as well. We still see market manipulation, but we're going to see it skyrocket. I do believe we're going to see all-time highs before this year is over. There's just too many good things coming up. You had Fidelity. They did a survey of over 700 people, and about half of them are interested in digital assets like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. So what are companies like Fidelity, Ameritrade, all these big exchanges, what are they going to do? Are they going to let their customers go somewhere else to buy investments that they want when they're capable of doing it themselves? Heck no. They want to keep their customers right there, locked in. They don't want them searching around. And then, next thing you know, they click on one of these other exchanges and there's an advertisement for put your money for free trades on this other exchange. No, they want them right there. They want their captive audience. Plus, there's money to be made every time these trades are made. They don't want to miss out on any of that. They see how much money Coinbase made last year. Not Coinbase, Binance made last year. Trust me, these companies are greedy. And another thing I'm going to say about cryptocurrency in America, people know blockchain technology is going to be one of the, it's an up and coming thing. It's a thing that a lot of things in the future are going to be built off of. Do we really want, when Trump is so hungry for jobs and to bring jobs in and keep jobs and bring in new jobs, especially tech jobs, high paying jobs, is he going to want to cut off cryptocurrencies and have them go to another country where they're more friendly? I don't see it coming. This is the only reason why Trump hasn't actually smashed a lot of these big tech companies right now that are monopolies, because he's afraid what it will do to the jobs and the economy. And he wants to get reelected. After he's reelected, I don't know what he's going to do. I think a lot is going to be revealed in this world. And I think we're going to see a lot of strange stuff that we could never have anticipated come out. And it's going to be an incredible time to be alive. That's all I can say about it right now. It's crazy, but I think that's all I really have for today. There's not a lot of news in the cryptocurrency market that I'm aware of today, but if you do know of any, please comment down below. Please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Let me go ahead and read through some of these comments real quick here. Thank you again, everybody, for logging in and watching today. I tell you, I got so much noise out here between, I got bees flying around me. I got the lawn guys down here blowing leaves. I got the mailman with his radio cranking. Charlie G, what's up? Smash the like. Thank you, Perosi. I appreciate that. Libra's getting whipped in those Senate hearings. Yeah, are they going out today? Today or yesterday, but I don't know yet. Hey, that's what I said, man. They don't like Libra. They don't like Facebook is what it is. and they don't like the potential that Libra has of taking over. Um, blessings, yes, blessings, blessings, all y'all. Trump Plaza, LOL. Is that Trump? Is that? I don't know what Trump Plaza means. Chicken pimp. Maybe I'm missing something. Landfill. Yeah, I like it. Thanks, SB. How you doing, man? All from Hayes. We got people. We got Stuart here from Scotland again. Hey, Stuart. Thanks for logging in. Thumbs up. Been buying Litecoin like a madman lately. I don't see it staying below all-time highs for long. Yeah, I still hold a majority of my Litecoin. I did sell some of it after I did read that one Charlie Lee announcement, but I'm not selling any more of it. That's for darn sure, because Litecoin can go crazy. We all know Litecoin can go crazy. It can go up. It can be $200 at the end of next week. By the end of the weekend, it could be up to $200. We all know that's how Litecoin can move. Derivatives were maybe put in place to destroy the system. Hey, you never know, Marcus. I mean, I think it's more of a way for banks and people to make money with doing the minimum amount of work. You know, yeah, we got your gold. Just give us the money, type of thing. And here we'll say you got the gold, or you got the silver, or you got the whatever it may be. Just give us the money. You know what I mean? Been buying 5 at a time. Good for you, Marcus. That's great. Yeah, I've got a nice little bag of Litecoin. I got my Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm Chicken Pimp. I have almost 200,000 chickens in a gum. There you go, Chicken Pimp. You know, if it ever comes to that food is going to be the number one thing that everybody needs, right? Hopefully it'll never get that way. Bitcoin eats fiat. Yes, it does, Eddie. It eats it. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right. Let's see. I operate commercial chicken. How is the money in a commercial chicken farm? There's a few of them here in the Carolinas that you drive by and you're near a chicken farm when you drive by it. Trust me. Any news on regulations, token tax? There's no news on it other than they said that they're considering taxing cryptocurrencies, and that's the whole reason for the KYC, getting your information from these exchanges. But still, nothing definite yet. Telling me to get back into Litecoin. Prosy, I'm in Litecoin. Trust me, I've got a nice little bag of it, and I'm gonna wait until after the halvening just to see what happens. But I've still got a whole bunch. Trust me, I love my Litecoin. I never sell all my Litecoin. I haven't even sold half my Litecoin. I've sold about maybe a third. So I've got a bunch of Litecoin. Trust me, I love Litecoin. Love it. I think it's going to, after this halvening, if I see, this was probably a great opportunity just to pick some up here a few days ago, yesterday even. But I'm just going to wait until after the halvening. About 9 days is what Charlie Lee says. After that 9-day, I'm going to feel so confident in Litecoin. At that point, bam, back in 100%, baby. Not 100%, you don't do anything. But that money that I put in Bitcoin is going right back into Litecoin. All right. So guys, I'm going to sign off here. Kiss your girlfriend, your wife, hug your kids, pet your pets. God bless each and every one of you. Joe Knows Cryptos, signing off. Peace out.